It's recording.
Are you ready?
Yep.
You ready to go live? Just go live. I'm scared enough. Hey, it's me, LG, coming in late as usual, only like 15, 16 minutes. I don't know. It's just kind of what I do, right? Yeah, so excited, terrified, all of those things, but I'm super excited to introduce you all to my sweet baby sister.
Hi, I'm Skylar. I'm an alcoholic. My sobriety date is 6/26/21.
What are you doing?
That's my intro.
That's your intro?
Mm-hmm. It's everything.
I didn't have a cool intro.
Oh.
I don't
If
think
your LG's
I don't think no. I don't think it's fair you come in with a cute black hair to tan skin and you have this cute intro. I feel a little inadequate right now. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Okay, so hi, I'm Luana Green. I'm a food addict. I've been clean eating since August 1st, 2012. How's that?
That works too.
Yes.
That works too.
Yes. We're excited.
We're
Aren't we
so excited.
Yes. But there's probably a dog barking. There's a kid mad outside.
Yeah.
There's two girls doing TikToks in the bathroom, and we have a camel on the couch. There's all kind of things going on, but we're excited. And we don't really know what we're going to do or say, but we just really wanted to tell our story, tell who we are.
Yeah.
What else? Offer hope.
Hope.
Okay,
Absolutely.
go ahead.
Our title is Hot Mess to Hope, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go from a hot mess to hope for everyone.
Yes.
In food addiction and addiction period.
Right.
Really.
Yeah.
So I can share my experience, strength, and hope with everyone.
I love that.
How about that?
I took those notes. So, you want to go first?
I wish I brought my book. I didn't bring my book.
Well, sure, but our goal is to go live Monday nights at 7. Hopefully next week we'll know a little bit more of what we're doing, and so it'll really be 7 and not 7:15 or whatever time it is. But we're really excited, and we have very different stories. Even though we're sisters, we have very different stories, but there are so many similarities, and we've walked a lot of different journeys together, and so we know that there are people who need to hear what we have to say, and we're going to be bold and confident enough to say that because it's the truth.
Absolutely.
Because we're real people.
Yes.
Just like everybody else.
Yeah, just like everyone else.
Struggles and all of those things. But you want to tell your story first?
You know what? Something that I have learned in this journey is you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Absolutely. Well, you can't, comfort and growth can't exist together. So
exactly.
They can't coexist.
So, I really don't know how to start. What do you want? You want to talk about? We could just go into it. You want to just go into it? Just go into it. I mean, we want to be blunt. Just go into it. I'm a recovering meth addict. I suffered from addiction for years since I was a teenager, and it drug me through so many different trials. I mean, you've witnessed most of them, and people even knowing me witnessed it, not knowing that they're witnessing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have
You were like, this is crazy. You were like, to be a functioning addict. I never even knew what that was. I never knew what the term functioning addict was, and you were like the definition of that because it took a long time. Honestly, it took your teeth falling out for me to know. I don't know. Part of that was denial, but you just had it together.
Had it together. You know, I'm gonna say the true addict form of I have ADHD. Mm-hmm. You know, I think that's every addict excuse on how we can play it off with meth because it balances us, honestly. You know,
because you perform better.
I perform better. Yeah. I think better. I feel better. So if you can imagine where I thought I was normal in addiction, than not having addiction, like not having a substance to make me feel normal.
Yeah.
And then living a normal life. Like, this is not normal.
Right.
Like, what I do these days, this is not normal. Like, my tan is literally from the weekend playing softball in 111-degree weather. That's not normal. Like, normal people don't do that. But recovering addicts do, and it was a lot of fun.
Y'all did have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Even getting your car locked and having to call Pop. All the fun things.
Still chaotic.
Yeah.
My life is still chaotic, but it's controlled.
It is, yeah. And it's clean. That's fine. That's good. So,
my camo drink.
Congo tea. Camo made us a Congo tea. So we come from like a line of addicts, whether, I mean, like a lot of people who don't even realize, and different things. But for me, I've had a lot. I don't know. It's almost like if I see it and I partake in it, then I'm gonna be addicted to it. Right? It's gonna be a problem. But I was 10 years ago. I really found myself in just complete health crisis. So I was obese. I've been overweight like since I was 12 years old. Just always battled my weight. And then I had my first child at age 18, and then I've got I have 3 living kiddos. And maybe we should do that, like kind of who we are, right? Who we are. So
instead of just going in for the
just
deep,
going in,
just diving in.
Well, hey, if we lose anybody, we don't want to talk about.
I'm a crackhead.
So LaWanna Green, Bryan, Texas, age 46. Age 46. I have 3 living kiddos. 28, 19, and 11. So we spread them out. It's like, lose your mind every 8 years. I don't know. I have a beautiful daughter in love, Lala, who blessed me with 2 beautiful grandbabies, my grandson Liam and my sweet baby, 2 little, my granddaughter Ezra. Just incredible life there, being there. Peach, that's my grandma name. But between kid 2 and kid 3, I had just a hot mess with health. And by the time that I had my curly girl, which a lot of you know, my body was beaten. I was, severely overweight, just ton of health issues. Insulin injections every day, beating my legs up. I was, on every diet you could think of. Nothing would work to help me, get my weight under control. The insulin wasn't keeping my blood sugar under control. I didn't think it was zebra cakes. I thought the insulin was supposed to let me eat zebra cakes.
Oh.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Like I was doing all of that. Like the medicine was supposed to let me eat a zebra cake, but it didn't do that. And then I was, drinking Diet Dr. Pepper because, regular Dr. Pepper's got sugar. So you drink the Diet Dr. Pepper with the aspartame. And then my face, then I had the facial paralysis. So I'm walking around like this, And good thing I was married because I would have got no dates. No dates with the face falling to the floor. But
250 pounds, face sideways,
right,
high blood sugar.
Yes, but I was working, trying to get through these, and I couldn't get out. I
remember.
And just different, and it's there was no. I felt like there was no hope. And then our Aunt Jan posted a picture on Facebook where she had just dropped a ton of weight, and I was like, "This is real, because this is our aunt. This is real. This really happened." And so I reached out to her, and I remember, you were with me at one point. We were looking through the program, and it said, targets belly fat, and we were like, "Wow, I want my belly fat targeted." So just going through researching that, I was able to get on the program, and eventually lose 88 pounds. And I went from a size 20 to a 4. I didn't know there was a 4 in there. That wasn't the goal. The goal was health. And the cool thing is, I did transform my health. Actually, having health for the first time in my entire life. And when you're the big girl always, and then you have results, people are like, "What is she doing?" And so I was able to share my story and offer that same hope to others. And that's how business found me. That's how passion found me. Where now I'm on this mission to help others change their lives physically, change it financially if that's something that they want to do, and just offer hope. Yeah. And that was nearly 10 years ago. And I've been able to maintain that loss. I've been able to live a healthy life, but there was a struggle in that journey. It wasn't, 1 minute, you're eating zebra cakes to then not struggling. It'd be crazy to think that you could go from having that lifestyle to then suddenly just overnight, you're going to do it all the right way.
Right. So,
I think
question.
that was, yes.
When was the last time you ate a zebra cake?
So July 31st, 2012, whenever the day I started programming, Carly and I, so my picture, my Facebook profile picture, we are sharing a Little Debbie snack. Like, she's got her little bitty mouth on one side and I'm on the other. That was my profile picture on
the last
Facebook.
Day.
That was the last day.
I love that you remember that date.
Yes. So now, that's my story. That's my so the hope that that I want to offer is that people can live a healthy life. You can go from being obese and being addicted to food and being completely unhealthy, diabetic, all of these things. We're not making medical claims. We're sharing our story, but losing weight will turn around a whole lot of things with your health. And so my goal is to offer hope for health. And through different stories that we're going to share, I hope that you can find something. Surely, with all the crazy stuff we've done, surely somebody can find some value in something that we said.
Yeah.
So my journey has been 10 years long.
Nice.
Of health, of recovery.
Yeah.
Your journey has not been that long.
No, it hasn't. But just listening to your story, like, I can piggyback off of so many similarities, but in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I too am from Bryan, Texas, born and raised. I have 3 living kids. The ages are 15, 12, and 10. What originally got me wanting to try different drugs besides, your usual alcohol and weed and marijuana was the weight loss. I was chunky. You know what I mean? And so I too wanted to lose weight. So that's what started my journey, is
today that breaks my heart. I wasn't a weight loss coach when you were a teenager, but today it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
To know that you went to such an extreme to lose weight.
Right.
And people do that.
Yeah. I mean, because all jokes aside, that was my reason for ever trying it. That was my only reason. Someone's like, hey, you're crying about how fat you are. Let me help you. And that was their solution. Which therefore became my solution, which therefore made the only thing that made me feel normal for the next, I don't know, I started at 18, so do the calculations. I'm 35 years old. So I got sober when I was 34. And so...
Did you do any research? Like, before you tried this drug, did you look to see
No, I
what
did
it
not.
did?
No, I did not. No, I didn't.
I've had people contact me about, if I make a weight loss post, and I'll say, I'll try to talk to them about the program. And I've had someone say, I don't care if it's crack. I've seen it work on you. I don't care what it is. I'm going to do it. And so it's amazing what people, there were some people are like, I don't care. Give it to me.
But the difference, let me point out the difference, though, so we're not leading in the wrong direction.
Okay.
The difference is your journey has been successful, beautiful, inside and out, healthy. You have made improvements with your solution. My solution, a downward spiral. Like, down the rabbit hole, there was no hope whatsoever. Like, all it did, I lost weight. And where I thought I looked good, everybody else was like, you're a little thin, I don't think that there's any such thing as being a little thin. That's my personal opinion. I personally think I looked great as a crackhead until my teeth started falling out. That is a true story. I think that's probably when everyone else started realizing I was not normal. Because a person's teeth don't just start falling out for no reason. I can't Snickers my way into that lie. And I ate a lot of Snickers. I think it's the dopamines. Chocolate has dopamines, and I am totally about the dopamines.
No. You're so funny. Yeah. Okay, so similarities, weight loss. Yes.
I don't have any grandbabies, but there's so many similarities in our story. Your before solution, you were sick, you were dying, you were you know, in a helpless state of mind and mentally, physically, emotionally, right?
Yeah.
So what I thought was my solution put me in that state of mind. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It took me to places that no human should ever go, personally. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have that, oh, I almost died moment. You know, like, there were times where, you know, you with your face just falling, you know, you probably thought that you were dying. Well, there was times where I was just dead on the inside.
Yeah.
You know? So, similarity is kind of a different story, but my journey, I can say that I probably would not be as happy as I am with myself today if it wasn't for having to go through that, right? I still struggle. My main struggle during this whole, my recovery, my struggle is still weight loss. Funny, huh? Funny how that is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so true. Like whenever I think about, you know, all the joys and all the blessings that I've received just this past year, and you can ask me anything. Like, well, what's the hardest part? The hardest part is gaining weight weekly. You know, I just started, you know, on program, so I'm getting that under control. But I mean,
because you have lost 25 pounds,
correct,
at least,
correct. But I gained 50 my first 6 months of sobriety. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, just like full of helium. It was so bad. I have to tell you this. It was so bad that, like, I had to get, what'd you call it today? I said the preacher, but what was it? The congregation?
The whole congregation.
I had to get the whole congregation to pray for my weight loss at church because it was that serious. Like, I was like, look, I'm either going to have to lose weight or I'm going to go back out. Like, this is horrible.
She's like, I'm going to be using again.
Yeah. Like, oh, you can have my teeth back. Like, I'm about to go full crackhead mode. Like, just, you can take them back. But
that's crazy.
I know. But I have found hope, and I got to stick to it. If I could, honestly, I'm not gonna say this on your program.
This is our program. Say whatever you want to say.
I was gonna say if I could stay away from the cookies, the double doozy cookies. But I feel like that's my only, like, that's my I don't know. It just kicks off these mood. It puts me in a better mood.
I can't imagine being as high as you were. Yeah. And I think over time we're going to learn like more in depth of what happened within the drug use. But I know that at one point you were smoking and then you were not smoking. That wasn't enough.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'd made a comment early on whenever you started gaining the weight. You said, "I know how to do it to get skinny quick."
Yeah.
And that was messing with you, and I'm like, God, you know, because at this point, like I have tools to help you. But it's still about mindset. It's still about the desire to do that. It's still, and, you know, whenever you're battling, you know, all the things that you were battling anyway. But it was, you know, it just hard. It's hard to hear that. But what I do want to say is that the purpose of this for me, where this idea came from, and I really hope that everybody's saying you look amazing.
Aw, thanks, guys.
Ashley, how many weeks before we were addicted to exercise? I would like to know that that answer myself, friend. But so your journey. So you gave your date. What is your date? Your sober date?
My sobriety date.
Yes.
My sobriety date is 6/26/21.
How about that? Okay, so we just celebrated your 1 year.
Yeah.
Birthday. They refer to it as a birthday.
Yes.
Okay. So I've been able to, at the CHIP presentations, which is kind of like our weigh days. You know, we weigh on 1, 4, 7, 11, 18, 25, and 30, and you do like 24 hours, then you do 30 days, then you do, you know, all these different days.
Yeah.
And I've gone, and I truly believe in my heart, like, honestly, everybody on the planet needs to go to an AA meeting at least once in your life, because it is the most incredible thing. If you can handle the foul language, you can get through it. It's very raw, very real. But I'm sitting here and I'm listening to, these brand new people come in who are desperate. Yeah. Just like, I just want to make it through today. Just let me get through today. And then you've got these who are so excited because it's all new and they're on the honeymoon, and
we call that a pink cloud.
A pink cloud.
Yeah, they're on the pink cloud.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have those who are in it and they're kind of like, oh crap, I really got to do this now. Mm-hmm. And I guess they're on the edge of, where do I go forward, do I go back? Mm-hmm. And then there's some like you who are thriving. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many thrive like you. I don't know if anybody works AA like you do, but
I'm sure
because you kind of married it to it. But and then you have the veterans, the ones who've been sober for a long time.
We call them our old timers.
The old timers. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have them who offer so much wisdom to all of you all coming in, and I'm sitting here and I'm watching this dynamic thing, and once I got, getting healthy, and with my first fitness family, I'm sitting in an AA meeting and I'm thinking, this could be a first fitness event. Because we have all of those things, and then you just it's such a beautiful thing. And every time I go, I see you with this family.
Yes.
And how you are, leaning on each other and having that accountability and working together. And every time I'm there, I'm taking notes from what everyone is saying, because I'm able to come back into my coaching with my weight loss clients, and I'm able to use some of that wisdom with them. Mm-hmm. And I've been able through that process to see so many similarities with what we're doing. And I'm like, we've got to do this.
Right.
We've got to figure it out. And I know it's messy and we don't know what we're doing, and it's like whatever, but we're going to get better at this because we have to.
Right. Because if you think about it, someone being addicted to a chocolate cake that they just cannot say no to, or any kind of food, nachos, chips, Chewy's chips and dip. Yeah. Or methamphetamine or weed. I mean, an addiction is addiction is addiction. You know what I mean? Alcohol. Mm-hmm. Like, it's something that a person has to have in their body to make them feel good, to make it feel normal. Whether that's food, whether it's, I'm gonna go there, whether it's sex, whether it's drugs. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so many things, like, what's another one? Gambling. Yeah. I mean, it's that, it's an adrenaline, it's a rush, it's a feeling that outside, that you have to put into your body to make you feel that way. And it's such a broad range. It's such a broad range. Yeah. You know what I mean? So whenever someone talks about the struggles of being an addict, whether it's on, okay, so my home group is Alcoholics Anonymous. It's AA. Mm-hmm. Okay? And I am an alcoholic. That's the first part of my whole story. I just ended it with meth and a needle in my arm. Mm-hmm. But they have other things. NA, Narcotics Anonymous. Mm-hmm. It's just get in where you fit in, right? AA has saved my life. We say that,
get in where you fit in.
Yeah. Yeah. AA, I mean, I owe my life to AA, period. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'll bring God into it because AA showed me, found my way to God miraculously. Mm-hmm. I wasn't even looking for God when I got there. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I thought I knew Him, right? Yeah. I thought I knew Him. Yeah, of course I believe Him. Yeah, cool. Yeah. No, it's totally different, right? So addiction is just so broad, and it can help. It can make or break you. You can die by eating all that chocolate cake from obesity, diabetes, all of that stuff, just like you can intake and die from all the alcohol. It's the same thing. Yeah. It's the same thing, And it's crazy. It's crazy how, it's crazy how you need another group of people who are just like you to help you save your life. Yeah. How, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Like, and who would have thought?
Oh, yeah, because how many times did I think I could save you?
Yeah.
Girl, I could not save you.
I know. And how many times did I let you down and disappoint you, right? That was the toughest thing that I ever had to go through, was disappointing my sister. You know, because look, y'all, I'm going to just tell you, I'm going to throw my mama out there like this. I love her to death, but I'm quick to go to mama. Mama, I need a pack of cigarettes. I'm 13, 14 years old. I can't buy them, but mama can. But don't tell my sister, okay? I was good at that.
Yeah.
I was 16. They took me to get my nose pierced. Don't tell my sister, but I got this big old diamond ring coming out my nose.
So mad.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I also had you broke from your pacifier. And then I went and stayed the night somewhere, and she couldn't do all the things that I did to keep you, you know, off of it. So she just put it back in your mouth. So then, yeah, it's the same.
What
same
better
thing.
way to shut
Why
me
y'all
up?
ruining my kid?
Yeah.
There's 12 years between us, so she was more like baby than.
Yeah. So never wanted to disappoint you or let you down. Never, ever, ever. But I'm so glad to share this journey with you. Like,
I'm excited.
I have such a broad range of where these videos are going to take us. It's not even funny. I think that it's going to be great. It's going to be inspiring. And my hope is, because I want to share everything with you guys, right? Like, I feel like I'm very open about my addiction. You know, I'm very, I'm not going to say proud, but I'm very open about it, because my openness, my open-mindedness, me being open, is going to save someone else's life.
Amen. Yeah.
If I hold it in, like, oh, you know, I don't want to talk about that, you know, because that was bad. I can't help the next person, and all I want to do is help that next person, whatever that may look like.
Yeah, I know people are probably all the time like, I wish this girl would quit posting all this weight loss stuff. I wish she'd stop. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I can't.
No.
I can't, because if it helps one person, then I've done what I was supposed to do.
Yes, yeah. Exactly.
And so, yeah. One thing that I do want to point out where I'm really proud of you, because you didn't have to do this. You didn't decide, I'm going to AA now. Because we tried that. We tried going to rehab, and somehow you managed to break out. So we got that, you know, we know how to break out of a rehab. You didn't choose it.
Right.
And so your husband has a different sobriety date than you do.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
You're a week apart.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had to celebrate your birthday.
I did. In actuality, I actually got sober a day before him. Okay, his sobriety date is 6/19. I got sober 6/18. He had some stuff hidden in the shed, so it took him a minute to come down before me. So, anyways, so my sobriety date was before him, right? And I talk about us always being very competitive. And he got sober on the 19th. And if y'all remember correctly, I told everyone at the beginning my sobriety date was the 19th, because I used one more day on my birthday. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, it was just one day. I was still sober for that whole week. So it was just one day that I messed up. So I'm just going to take away that 18th, and I'll just equal up to your 19th. Does that make sense?
Yes,
you see what I did?
Yes.
Okay,
I mean, no, but yes.
Okay, so that's what I was trying.
I saw what you did there.
Right, so that's what I was trying to do there.
Okay.
And in reality, I'm going to be honest with you, like, we were about to go celebrate my 30 days, but in my head, I'm like, I'm not even going to stay here this long, you know what I mean? And then it kept, like, the days kept going by, and at that time, I was actually going to more than one meeting a day because I wasn't working. Mm-hmm. So, days kept going by, I'd introduce myself, say my sobriety date was 6/19, and then all of a sudden, I don't know if that was, I just burped on live camera. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's Candy with the Congo. No, not really.
I don't know if it was the day before I was supposed to get my 30-day chip or the day of, but I had this whole guilt trip took over me, you know, and I hate, I don't know if you guys have ever felt guilty or had that whole feeling, but in sobriety, that guilt trip feeling does not feel the same as whenever you're high and you're trying to guilt trip something. Because whenever you're high guilt tripping and you don't care. You don't care who it affects. You don't care who you hurt. You don't care because you don't feel anything. You just say what it is and you go on about your business. You don't care. So in sobriety, that something shifted in my heart. You know what I mean? Some miracle happened, and I could not accept that date. I couldn't accept it.
I remember you calling me, and you were like, "Are you home? Because I need to come talk to you."
Yeah, and it was not
I didn't know what was about to happen.
Yeah, it could not be a phone call. It had to be face to face. And I had to do that. And another thing too, I think another guilt trip that got me was the fact that I'm gonna go ahead and just throw this out there, okay? Because when you're an addict, you're an addict, right? So my son takes what I call legalized meth, aka Adderall. I popped one of his pills because my mother-in-law left them on her bathroom counter, and so I popped one of his pills.
It's not your fault, Brenda.
Yeah, is she watching?
Yeah.
So
you got scared, didn't you?
Yeah, I know. So she left them on her bathroom counter, and so I just popped one, right? And that was actually the day before my birthday, and then she counted them, and I was thinking I was gonna wake up on my birthday and go back in there and grab another one. Well, she counted them when she got home from work that Thursday or whatever day it was. And she ended up taking the bottle with her to work. So I was like, oh, crap. So here I am. Now I'm in fiend mode because I don't have that. And I've already got the taste of it, which is then I just went out and I used again. But that was my last real using date. And I haven't picked it up since. Thank God I didn't get what I deserved.
But now you were in AA because your husband had to be.
Yeah, I didn't plan on staying at all.
So, at some point, you made the decision. You were like, I know he has to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But you stayed. What was it?
Man. So, I wish I could have this honest answer for you, but I don't know, because like whenever I first got in there was a group of people. I'm not going to name drop, but there was a group of people who just swarmed me and just jumped on me like, you can do this, you're not alone, we got you, and it was this overwhelming, very emotional, creepy, like feeling, right? Like I've never experienced before. I'm gonna just say it, like I never had it, but I was still, I'm still an addict. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't fully there. I felt it, almost like they made me feel welcome. And I do remember at one point in time, or very early in sobriety, whenever I'm looking and I'm standing outside this building and I'm looking at all the people standing outside of the Brazos Club, and I'm like, okay, this is what home feels like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was the greatest feeling ever. But I wish I could tell you guys when my mind frame shifted from, okay, well, I'm not only here for Billy, I'm here because I want to be here. I want to be sober. I want to be sober for me, not for him, not for my kids. Because let me tell y'all, my oldest is 15 years old. A 15-year-old kid ain't going to get you sober, Yeah. Your beautiful daughter with cute little pink bows in her hair that you just wanted. You just had to have a little girl because that little girl was going to save you. She's not going to save you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then your little baby boy, he ain't going to save you. Like, it's just crazy. And it's crazy that, and I think I kind of felt guilty for Billy, like, when he was forced.
We both have Billies. That's it.
Yeah.
Both of our husbands are Billy.
It's another thing we have in common. We have so much in common.
Kind of weird. Kind of creeping me out.
It is. I love it. To be so different but so much the same. You know? I love it. But I felt guilty. I felt that guilt where, dang, because he got caught. He got caught.
Yeah.
And so now he's forced to do this.
But it's funny because whenever it did happen, you were like, he got caught, not me. He should have done a better job.
I know.
He going to dry corn and he got to do me.
I know. That was horrible. That was so true, though.
I don't know who's trying to call in the middle of our live video.
They must not be watching.
They must not be watching. They must not be Raven fans.
So, yeah. I wish I could tell you whenever it changed for me. I wish I could. But
it was the people.
Most definitely the people. Like, and I don't even know if they're watching, but I tell them constantly how grateful I am for them, how much I love them. Yes. I send them gratitude lists in the mornings.
Brenda's watching.
Hi,
it's not your fault, Brenda.
My mom-in-law. No, she actually, I'm going to shout out to her because let me tell you, I know that her and Lisa, my sister-in-law, because I see that she's watching also, I can name drop them. They're not in the program. They're not one of us. So, they talk about, they wish they can get up there and share their side of the story. They should be able to share their side.
Hey, y'all, we're going to invite you on. We're all going to share some stories.
I would love that. Y'all can be our special guest. I hope this carries out far. I hope to accomplish whatever that may look like. Because I really don't know what it looks like, but I know
we knew we had to get started, even if it's messy.
Even if it's messy.
Messy action. I will tell you that I do understand with the people, and I tell not, and I'll have to give a shout out. I'm going to Louisiana this weekend. We have a First Fitness event, and I cannot wait because I'm going to be with family, and that's how I see it. I'm going to go see my family. And so to know that you have a group of people who can reach you on a different level, I know if I were not part of First Fitness, that would probably hurt me. I would probably feel like I had let you down as a sister, or like, because I wasn't who you needed me to be or whatever. But I get it. It's a different thing when you are walking a journey with people who've stepped in those, who put the steps in front of you to follow.
Yeah.
And I always say, and I have to, shout out to Miss Connie, because she made a decision for her health. One decision for her health 23 years ago. And it crawled through time to save my life.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Yeah.
If she hadn't said, yes, I'm going to make this decision to change my health, I don't know where I would be today. I wouldn't be here.
Right.
I would have never known health.
Right.
And so I get it. The people are so important. Whether they're loving on you or whether they've just set an example for you to follow. And just like, like Aunt Jan. Aunt Jan's not part of First Fitness right now. She already had a business. That wasn't her desire to have the business, but I'm forever grateful for her because if she hadn't, done it for a certain amount of time, I would have missed it. And so for the rest of my life, AJ, we love you, and just so thankful for a decision. And you made a decision a little over a year ago. It's also going to crawl through time.
Yes.
And it may be through this. It may be through someone you meet in Walmart. I don't know, but you're going to change lives.
Yeah.
Because, and for whatever reason, this was your cross to bear. This was your journey of sorrow, of heartache, of pain that you're going to share, that we're going to share our journey together. But that's got purpose. There's purpose in your pain, and you're going to use it to save someone's life. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
I can't imagine anything. But I also think that this is going to help you get through some of those times whenever you are struggling.
Yeah.
Because this is another outlet, another accountability piece.
Yes. Yes.
You know, to help keep you, you know, moving in the right direction. It's accountability piece for me, you know, and we've been through so much the last couple of years, just, you know, our world.
Yeah.
And so to be able to just come together and be like, you know what, it doesn't matter what you're going through, what problems you have, what issues you have, there's hope.
Absolutely.
Because that's what it is. And once you have just a little bit of hope, that's all you need.
That's all you need. Just a little bit of hope, and it'll get you through. I mean, because you just got to be willing. You got to be willing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I hope that not by the time this is over, because I do hope to do these live stories for quite some time. So I hope by the next time, not the next time, because we're going to be live on every Monday, but maybe in a couple weeks y'all can see my face, like, not be so big, you know, make it look like I gotta. Hopefully y'all can watch my journey in sobriety and in weight loss. Like,
well, tomorrow is a weigh day.
You know.
Tomorrow is day 7 weigh day of the round 2 of the 90-day challenge that you're on. Courtney Morton, I love you. I'm glad you're on.
Like, you know, like, there we go. Look, boom. That's how I want to look. That's my goal.
That's funny.
By Christmas.
Do you have anything else to say to the people?
I don't have anything else to say. I am so thankful for all of you guys who joined to watch our craziness. Don't be discouraged if this video was not the best. Like,
this video was awesome. We have goals.
We have a lot of good things to say, so
we do. And we're gonna hopefully we'll bring on some guests too that can kind of share some different things.
Absolutely.
You know, stories are important. Okay.
We love you, Lisa.
All right, guys. We hope that you have a fantastic Monday night. Be safe. Please stay hydrated. It is so hot. So hot. We love you.
Or stay in the sun because you can get a good old tan going on. Look at this tan.
Stop it. She got daddy's good stuff.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.